Hiya, hiya! It's Joey Reynolds with the bird's eye view of the world from the Reynolds wrapper. Yeah, if I make things rhyme, then I'm a very big success in the urban community. If I make them with reason, then I'm outside of the white community. They don't want me anymore. But I told my daughter the other day, we went to Shotgun Tom's house at XM Sirius Radio, in San Diego and Hollywood. So Tom said that my daughter is like Drew Barrymore. And I said, yeah, she's terminally unique, like everybody else. We all got something. I'm wearing my red, white, and blue Olympic shirt, in case you didn't notice. I want to address my dress because it feels like 100 in Florida outside here. Well, with Norman Lear, it really does feel like 100 because that's what he is right now. I love Norman Lear. I worked for him. I channeled Archie Bunker for a long time. I'll tell you, this is a different kind of a world that we live in that could be straightened out with baseball. If they bring back the nickel beer and the real grass, then baseball is straightened out, and the rest of the world will do fine. That's all we need. We need to have somebody call the game. And I'm willing to get into the ball game and play baseball. I have been in the dugout for a few years now because of the age. That's what they do with us. They call us retired, even like Michael Phelps in the Olympics. Incidentally, those swimmers who are young and just now starting in the Olympics are called guppies. So from yuppies to guppies, we always give everybody a handle or a name. And these particular kids are now playing in front of no audience in the stands. But we certainly have audience all over the world. It's a global audience. You can't hear the applause, but I don't think anybody swimming hears anything. You hear water. You got water in your ear. You're not listening to anything. So they don't care about all the crowds around them when they're doing this, do they? Yeah, I don't know, do they get a piece of the money from the Olympics? Do the swimmers and all these Olympic players get money? I have no idea. I don't know how that's structured. But I know if they got guppies, they're going to have sharks. Those are the guys who are getting the money, that's for sure. And I don't know why they didn't hold off on the Olympics. Why didn't they hold off? We knew we were in the middle of a pandemic or at the end of it or wherever we are with it. We're not supposed to all gather in the same place and be too close. Even at the airport, they have us separated, Society itself has us separated. Democrats, Republicans, black, white, Asian. We're all separated. But, now they separated us even more in the airport. They've got this terminal disease where they put me here and my bag on a chair that no one can sit on. And then there's another seat that you can sit on. And there's something empty and then you can sit on. So they separate us, and then they put us on the airplane, and there's three of us squeezed together like this, I don't know. Why, in the confined space of the bubble of the airplane is where you really shouldn't be together like that. Somebody wasn't thinking, but I wasn't thinking either. I have my in and out hat on, and somebody says I was upside down. Is it upside down now? That's it. Okay, good. Thank you. I didn't know that. I never noticed it. I said, my world is upside down. I look like Nehru in India. You remember him? Nobody remembers the Indians used to have these little hats like this. Every culture had some sort of a costume. They had something that was a little bit pronounced. The one I had the hardest time with was when I met a Persian hooker, and she had so many things on that who could get into it? I think somewhere along the line we have a burqa that has In-N-Out Burger on it. In-N-Out burqa. This company does not have an In-N-Out Burger as a family-owned business. That's only where the family members operate it. So they are not on the East Coast because they're California, Nevada, Arizona, and wherever the family members have moved, they're allowed to open a restaurant. They have an In-N-Out Burger, but it's gigantic. And the potatoes, French fries, actually do taste like potatoes. Are the best. They're the best. I mean, I'm not doing a commercial for them. In a way I am. But, I want to point out that they kept this a family business. And somebody wanted to buy the franchise and build the In-N-Out Burgers franchise with billions of dollars. But they didn't buckle under like radio did. See, radio sold out. They decided that they were going to borrow money from Chase Manhattan Bank years ago with Doubleday Book Company, and they bought radio stations with bank money. Big mistake to borrow bank money. Big mistake. And the other big mistake is that I love the thing that, who is doing that commercial? This is not my first rodeo. Is that Tom Selleck? He's not even a cowboy. What are you talking about? This is not my first rodeo, and you're borrowing money. Yeah, you're screwing the kids. That's what you're doing, because if you have a reverse mortgage, that's what I'm talking about, then you are also borrowing money and screwing the kids. Didn't I just say that? So I don't know. I refuse to die. That's all I can tell you. I got friends who, like Peter Wheatfall over at Sharp, and he calls me the almighty Joey Reynolds because I never give up. The reason I don't give up is I'm still alive. You know, you're not supposed to. I saw Norman Vincent Peale speaking years ago at the Methodist Camp Outdoor Arena in Asbury Park, New Jersey, where you could not bring your car on Sunday. You had to either have a bike or walk. And there were so many people with walkers, so few with bikes. Everybody had gray hair. You know, I mean, they're not like mine, which is Arctic blonde. But, you know, they all gathered around watching Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. And he leaned over on the podium and he pointed that crooked finger at everybody. And I was on the outside with my bike. And he says, "Don't you die until the day you die." In other words, every day is vital, every day is alive. But you know what? We don't have that kind of thinking. We think somewhere along the line that you have to retire, that you have to start getting money from the family. Good luck on that one. We also think you have to go on with some sort of a charade where you get into a thing where you start playing bridge. And the only person that should play bridge is those congressmen who are voting on infrastructure. That's the bridge you want to play. And in New York, they have the tolls. You know, everybody's got a toll, and they name the bridges and the tunnels and all of the public places after their wonderful relatives that they want to celebrate. All these people. Where's the Elvis Bridge? Do they have one? I mean, we got to have an Elvis Bridge, because why not celebrate that dead hillbilly? You know, look at how many people have kept him alive all these years, even though he left us a long time ago with a fluffernutter. Which is where he ate a marshmallow sandwich with peanut butter on it and a banana, and said the bread is bad for you. Why am I laughing? I love fluffernutters. I've been a fluffernutter all my life. Love that word. There's another one of those I love those catchwords that they describe people with sometimes. Lollapalooza. Now that's a festival that's coming up in Chicago. Now you're a real Lollapalooza. And the Newport Jazz Festival is back again. Now that's the thing my friend Sid Bernstein organized after George Wein, who was the founder of it, did not want to do it anymore. And they did it in Newport Beach. They put all these famous jazz artists out there. I don't know, do we have any jazz artists left? I know Simone, Nina Simone's daughter, and I know a few that I like who are still with us. And listen, I would go to that thing in a flash because I like that kind of music. But I don't know that I want to go to Newport Beach and gather in a crowd. Why is everybody wanting so much to get together anymore and rub against each other when you see that people are still infirmed and dying and getting sick and arguing over the vaccine? Everybody's doing that. You know, they're standing around wondering whether they should get the Johnson & Johnson, while I'm wondering whether I should get the Morgan & Morgan and sue my family. I think somewhere along the line I'm healthy and I'm willing to work, and nobody wants to put me on the radio and television because I'm old. See? You know, old means that you are over the hill. It means you can no longer perform, that people don't want you around anymore, that you can't get an audience. And yet I figured out the other day from a very wonderful speaker that to children should not be taught to get a big audience in social networking, but rather a good audience. And that's the same thing that radio and television have to learn. You know, they got to learn to get a select audience. They call it assigned viewing, assigned listening. What it really is pay your subscription and you can do whatever the hell you want to do. They do that with XM radio. They do it with the television networks now who own other things, like CBS owns Paramount. You see they're going to put all their good stuff on Paramount, and instead of having commercials, they're going to have us pay for it. So we're going to pay the freight directly. See, they like the idea of being a phone company where they get money every month or they take the phone away. If you don't pay the bill, you don't have the phone service. And that's what they want to do with these subscription little deals that they're putting on TV and the internet and on the phone, which is what we need to do on radio. And that's what I want to do. I want to do the triple cast. I started to do it in New York from Times Square a few years ago. On the digital performance channel owned by NBC, which is now called Peacock. So I actually was one of the first guys to do all this stuff. I was the first guy to do a satellite show. And I'm going to be the last guy to do something. I have the key to the door of all this crap. That's what they forgot. I have the combination. See, they don't know how to get out of it. I have the key. They know how to get into everything, but I know how to get out of it. That's why I have the in and out cap. Nehru. Gandhi says, keep your hands busy. Just don't tell certain people that. Like, who was it? Who was that guy in the theater that played with him? Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, don't keep your hands busy. Anyway, it's a Reynolds wrap.